Long before I laid the foundations of the earth, before I stretched out the canopy of heaven, I was thinking of you, and I chose you to be the object of my love. Before you ever knew me, I knew you and I loved you from the first moment of your life. My love for you has existed before time itself, and it will continue when time is no more. You are worth so much to me, and all the universe which I created. You are my most treasured possession. There is none like you. I left my throne in heaven just to have you. Though I was king, I was not willing to remain as king if that meant not having you by my side. Oh, my beloved, I gave up everything to have you. I cast aside my crown and removed my robe of royalty. I became nothing more than a servant among men. Because you could not come to me, I came to you. I left heaven behind and came to earth just so I could be near you. Though I was rich, I became poor. Though I was strong, I became weak like mortal man. And I did this for you. The cost I paid was great, but I have no regrets. You are worth everything I gave. You are my darling. You are my pearl of great price. One glance from you, and I am ravished by the power of love. Don't think I came to redeem you because I pity you. No. I have done what I have done because I so greatly desire you. I did not pay the ultimate price because you are worthless. I gave it all because you are priceless. And now, I offer you a king's proposal. These are the things I will give to you, if only you will agree to become my eternal bride. I promise to take from you the heavy burdens of life and clothe you with garments of praise. Once you become mine, I will never cast you out or abandon you. You will be an orphan no more. I will never leave you or forsake you. You will have a home with me forever. And I will heal your broken heart, and my anointing will break every yoke that binds you. Instead of ashes, you will wear a beautiful garland of my grace, and I will anoint your head with the oil of health and joy. I have so many plans for you, beloved. and all of them are good. I know that sin robbed you of your beauty, but my love will restore you completely. Yes, the old things will disappear, and I will make all things new for you. You will become as lovely as the moon in a procession of stars, a reflection of my love. All of your life I have been drawing you to me with cords of love. I spoke tenderly to you, calling you to come to me. Now I want to sing over you my songs of deliverance. Once you come to know how deep my love for you truly is, you will live with confidence. My love for you is perfect, and perfect love will cast out all of your fear. If you should ever lose faith in me, I will never lose faith in you. When you fail, I will be there to help you. When you fall, I will carry you. The smallest sparrow looks to me for help. Won't I care for you as well? You are worth so much more to me. Your mind will rest in perfect peace, free at last from doubt and confusion, and nothing will be able to pry you from my arms, because I will hide you in the shelter of my love. You will nestle safely beneath my wings. Those who try to harm you will answer to me, and no plan that they form against you will succeed, because I will give you the keys of my kingdom. You yourself will have the authority of my name to open and close every door before you, from east to the west, from the north to the south. Everything will be given into your hand. You can ask me anything, anything at all, and I will give it to you if it serves my ultimate will. Yes, go ahead and ask me, and I will even give you the nations as your inheritance. And you will rule over the powers of darkness, trampling them beneath your feet. Those who bless you, I will bless. But those who come against you shall surely fall. And I will write upon you a new name for all to see. You will be called the City of God, the New Jerusalem. Kings will come from the ends of the earth just to see your beauty. And they will bring their wealth to you from the far reaches of the earth. And there you will be, sitting upon my throne, and wearing the crown of my everlasting favor for all the world to see. Beloved, I have prepared a place for you in my Father's house. I want you to be where I am. We will walk together in the cool of the day, strolling arm in arm in the garden of God, in paradise restored. And you will eat from the tree of life that is there. Can you trust the promises I make to you, my love? I am not a man that I should lie. I will watch over my word to perform it on your behalf. I will never change. I will always be the same. Yesterday, today, and forever. Oh, most beautiful one, my love. If you will accept your king's proposal, all these great and precious promises will be yours. My bond is my word, and my covenant is sealed with my own blood, which was given to purchase you. I will love, honor, and cherish you all the days of your life. And I will be with you always, even to the end of the world. This is my proposal. What will you answer?
Cheryl Chung on reggae2reggae.com. Dr. Cheryl Chung on reggae2reggae.com. Dr. Cheryl Chung on reggae2reggae.com.
Welcome to CelebrateLife.me on reggae2reggae.com. Today we are looking at the King's Proposal, and you've had the opportunity of listening to it as we entered the first 12 minutes of our show. What a wonderful proposal. But the challenge is preparing ourselves to accept this proposal. And we have been doing that for the last, 15 days, and we're now into probably day 5 of the actual proposal. And I'm here to tell you, it has been a challenge. So today, I am going to be looking at how can we get across these challenges of actually embracing all the potential that we have, all that we have offered to us, all that we have created in us. We all are aware of the unbelievable dreams, visions, and downloads that we daily get. And yet the challenge is how to put it into practice, how to actualize it. That's why I have on my glasses today, because, the eyes are the windows to the soul. And my eyes will not show a pretty picture today. So I'm going to go through this section with my glasses on, and hopefully in the break, I can put into practice what I am suggesting that you put into practice to get over. So, I want to start with a little ditty that I was passing this morning and heard 2 other phrases, and I just added to it. And this is it. If coal can turn to diamonds, if sand can turn to pearls, I can learn to love me, and love can turn the world. I like that. I think I can take out the glasses now and talk to you. It says, if coal can turn to diamonds, and sand can turn to pearls, then I can learn to love me, and love can turn the world. That's what we're going to talk about today. I can learn to love me, because every time there is an issue of hurt, an issue of anger, an issue of guilt or shame, an issue of anxiety, or an issue of depression, they all emanate out of our not loving ourselves. It's not about what somebody else does to you. It's about how you respond in an unloving manner to the different, what we call stressors that come against you. And so that's what we're going to cover today, because I left my notes at home. I left all the material that I need. And then the sound was not working right. And then certain things that I asked to have put in place by my staff was not put in place. And so I was reacting very badly. Why? Every time you react badly to a situation like this, it is because you are not loving yourself unconditionally, regardless of what is happening to you and what you're going through. So let's just go through what is happening today, because I seem to recall, and all of these notes I left at home, that today's segment that we're looking at from the King's Proposal is I left my throne in heaven just to have you. Though I was king, I put aside my kingly glory. Can't remember the rest. But the whole concept there is one where our Creator, in order to put together this proposal, put behind him, put aside. And the first one is just really indicative of the rest of this segment. I left my kingly throne just to have you. And if that is not the ultimate expression of love, then we need to respond the same amount of abandonment of everything else, and putting this love relationship as a priority that is going to energize us, move us forward, help us to focus on what is important and not let the things that are not important be the driving forces of our lives. Love needs to be the bottom. And it's not usually the fact that we don't love others or that we don't love God. This is where all the problems start, not loving ourselves. So let's go through our four rules of Celebrate Life. And my producer needs to know that I need my breaks because we did not start on a particular time. So in this first segment, we're going to be looking at the 4 rules. And it is 1, know where you're going. And where are we going here? The journey is the journey to learning to love yourself. That's the journey I'm going to be on today, and I invite you to be a part of it. 2, know who your driver is. Know your driver. And my driver is the only person who can provide me with the wherewithal to love myself. The only one, and we'll go through those steps. And then 3, hey, as you enter, you need to know what are the steps in your responsibility towards learning to love yourself, and how does that interact with others so that you enjoy the ride. Because remember, enjoying the ride in any of these situations is an automatic outcome of doing the first 3 steps. And so this is why it's always possible to enjoy the ride once you put in step number 1, 2, and 3, which is know where you're going, know your driver, and 3, paying as you enter. Number 4 is automatic. And so I don't know when it's time for a break, but I will just keep talking until that time comes up. So starting first, learning to love myself. Now, why is that? I want to just repeat that every negative emotion that I engage in is because of a dislike of myself, or it's an emotion that I have with myself first, why I'm going to now perpetuate it or project it onto somebody else, right? So that is why this has got to be our objective for this exercise. We must learn to love ourselves. Anytime I'm angry at you, it's because I am angry at myself for allowing myself to be affected by you. Because, you know, the usual thing which starts from the devil made me do it, progresses to, or should I say, it's not a progression, it is a deterioration. Usually it deteriorates to, it's my husband's fault, it's my boss's fault, it's the children's fault, it's the other drivers on the road fault. Everything comes to be somebody else's fault. When guess what? We have no power over the other party. Consequently, the only thing that we can engage in being part of the solution is our contribution, because I am the only person who has power over myself, or I'm the only person that I can have power over. Now, the worst case scenario is this: you don't have any power over anybody else, you know, and then you give them the only power that you have. You give them power over you. So now here are you, totally bereft of anything, because you have no power over them. They make their own decisions. But now you have also given them power to control your emotions. And this is where we have to start, by taking back our power, so that we will always have power over our responses. So that is the road we're going down today. And that road says, know where you're going and where am I going? Along the journey of loving myself. Now, secondly, who is going to give me the power to love myself? Only my Creator, because He's the only one who loves me unconditionally. Not your mother, not your father, not your sister, not your brother, not your husband, not your wife, not your children, not your boss, not your schoolmates or your workmates, not the casual people on the road, not your clients, not your whatever, not your doctor, your lawyer, or the Indian chief. Nobody can love you unconditionally, because we are all conditional persons. Consequently, we need to understand that we must love ourselves the way God loves us. And that is the only way we get over this hurdle of self-hate. And it's not a permanent thing, you know. But at times, you know, this time when you say, you see, this morning I get up, boy, I wasn't in a good mood. So I had to engage in, that's when I got up and I wrote the program for today, although I have several of them written already, because I got up and I started to think about how I had given out of my heart, soul, and my blood, sweat, and tears, and what is coming back to me was not commensurate with what I had given out. And who knows that that's not the way to measure things? The way to measure things is, what am I supposed to do? And so when I get in the place of measuring give and take, then you are in the wrong place. Because that's not how we have a successful life. We need to love ourselves, whether we give or we get. We give or we take. We need to love ourselves unconditionally, because as I get into a place of resentment and frustration, He's the only one. My Creator, who wrote this operations manual, all information is in it. And so we need to understand that as we consult this book, it will tell you how to get rid of frustration. All those different things, right? So make a list of all those things that upset you or make you, you know, just not working, operating at your best. It doesn't have to be something big that we are talking about. Oh, I'm angry about this. It can be just, no, I'm not up to par today, you know. It can be whatever it is that does not make you operate at your best. That's what we are going to be dealing with. So whether it's a little thing or it's a big thing, we're going to be looking at the next segment, which is going to say, pay as you enter. What is my responsibility? How do I factor in all the things that I need to do in order to enjoy the ride? So, as we move through today's show, today's teaching, today's sharing, today's being a part of my journey, I hope that you will be able to assimilate a little of what I have said and use it for your benefit. So come back.
Saw a bird flew down this morning as if he's saying something to me. Sitting on the limb of a tree, giving me a sound.
Join me for Celebrate Life, where we will be looking at all the issues that you could possibly have and how you can transform them into a celebratory occasion. Celebrate Life on reggae2reggae.com. See you there.
Of sweet melody. I guess he's trying to tell me something that I should know about this new wind.
Shiril Chung on reggae2reggae.com. Dr. Shiril Chung on reggae2reggae.com. Dr. Shiril Chung on reggae2reggae.com. Dr.
Hi, we're back. And we're back on a very exciting topic about how you can learn to love yourself. And why is this important? Because we show the connection between all negative emotions and interactions. And the connection between not loving yourselves and all negative interactions. And the connection, conversely, between loving yourselves and having all positive interactions. So it's an issue of choice. Am I going to love myself? And remember, love does not come out of the soulish or psychological realm. It's not a place where you have feelings and emotions and choices and decisions and relationships and interaction. That is the soulish realm. But the issue of love comes out of, emanates from the spirit, and the spirit is directed by the spirit. Your original spirit put in you at creation, which only directs you in the right direction. And that's it. So all the so-called psychological interactions that we have are in the soulish realm, but it has got to be directed by the spirit. And the spirit is the same thing as if to say, my mind told me so and so. Or it will say, I had a gut feeling that I should do so and so. You know, all of those are part of the mix of understanding the spirit. Because a lot of times we mix up thought with mind. And while the mind is where we think, it is sometimes used synonymous with the spirit, which is that inbuilt part of the being that is put in there by your creator. And it's a part of the actual spirit of the creator. He breathed into us and we became a living soul. So when we recognize that this is where we are going and this is where we need to emanate from in order to get to the place where we can operate loving ourselves all the time, that's what we need to understand. So what is my part? Okay, so just understand that our journey today is learn to love ourselves. Knowing our driver is knowing the only person who can provide the wherewithal to allow you to love yourself. Because loving myself is not a natural process, right? Because I'm too aware of my problems and my faults and my faults. Because remember, we're on a journey and we can't start at the end of the race. We have to start with lots of issues and problems and challenges that we are going to grow out of, grow up from, and overcome during the process of life. That's what life is all about. And what we are doing on the show is showing you how you can enjoy the ride while you move from one point to the next. Right. So we are now at, but we need to understand who is running the show. Only when the spirit of your creator that he has put into you is synchronized with your spirit, when those two spirits become one, because they're actually originally one. Because if he puts his spirit in me and I became a soul, then my spirit is the part that he puts into me. But you can grieve it, you can disobey it, you can change it, but you can't kill it until you die, right? And in fact, what am I talking about? That's stupidness. Look, you cannot kill it because the spirit is what is forever, right? I didn't have a good day today. Anyway, so that spirit is everlasting, and eventually, in the plan of your creator, you have to come to the place where you recognize that spirit and accept what it was made to be. That's a piece of theology that, we need to understand, because every knee shall bow of things in heaven, things on earth and things under the earth. So whatever position you place yourself in, it will be a time that you understand that that spirit is the spirit that is supposed to direct your every thought, action, word. And sometimes, you might recognize it too late, but there's opportunity now to learn to love yourself. All right, so what are the steps? Steps to achieving this on a daily basis. 1, start the day with thankfulness. I got up this morning, I was there complaining in my mind about these things. Imagine, look at this now, I put out everything, I know I need X and I can't get it. That is just such a immature way of dealing with things, right? Because first of all, it presupposes that your creator cannot supply your needs. So you have to start with thankfulness. And once you start with thankfulness, when I had my rebounder, I'm going to take it back home, can't let it out. Right? I used to get up, as soon as I come out of the bed, I start jumping on the rebounder. Right? And before I come out of the bed, I have this. Thank you, Lord, for helping me to open my eye. Thank you, Lord, that I'm breathing well. Thank you, Lord, again, put one foot down on the road. And usually it's heading to the bathroom. Thank you, I can put the other foot down. Thank you, that I can reach the bathroom before. And then thank you, Lord, that I can do this thing that I am doing. When some people are stopping your water, right? So thank you, Lord, for that. And then thank you for the feeling of release and relief when that's finished. And then thank you, Lord, for the fact that I can walk back now to the bed room and jump on the rebounder. And every jump, I usually do 500 jumps as a start from a program. And Every one of them are thankful for something that just pops into my mind. Boy, leaves on the trees. Thank you. Thank you for the grass outside. Thank you for the little droplets of water on the leaves. Thank you for the sky. Oh, blue sky. Or, ooh, cloudy sky. Wonderful. Thank you for this place that I'm into. That is secure. Nobody never breaking on me last night. You understand what I'm saying? Start with thankfulness. Then embrace the acceptance and love of your Father. So now, once you have gone through this litany of thankfulness, then all of a sudden it releases the endorphins along with the jumping, and then you have this sort of a feel good. It's like a high you're getting up on the hormones, those endorphins. Those are the feel good hormones, and when you get involved in them, then it gives you a high. It's like you just had a thing, like a split. But this sort of high stays with you. It's not a high that leaves you down afterwards. It doesn't leave you with depression, as does a split high, as does a sugar high, as does so many coffee high, soda high. What are you getting your high from? Because the only high that leaves you with a permanent smile on your face, I told you about my husband and the smile on his face, is when you use natural methods that have no negative side effects, and thankfulness is one of them. So, secondly, embrace, right? So your embrace is acceptance, because I'm here to tell you now. As I said in the first segment, the only person who loves me unconditionally all the time is my Creator. And I can just always, everybody else reject me, I just hightail it back to the Creator, and I know that He just pours the love. Boy, when I started this program, I sit down here, so I was not in this mode. But He is a mood enhancer, right? So you embrace His acceptance and love. Then you receive and accept and use the gifts He gives you. And I'm here to tell you, boy, the gifts that He has given me is really His unconditional love right back. In that same proposal that we listen to, He says, you give me all, and I will give you all. And the dear is like a thimbleful compared with the ocean. Now, no matter which ocean, there is the Caribbean Sea or the Atlantic Ocean. Compare a thimbleful. You know that thimble is the thing that you push on your finger when you're going to sew and you don't want to pick the needle to jump to. Right, okay. A thimbleful, that's about this size, eh? It's like a teaspoon, right? Compare what holds in a teaspoon with what holds in an ocean, however small, or even a lake. And that is the comparison between what we have to give when we give our all and what He has to give when He gives His all. And so we need to understand that this is the proposal He's making to us. So we've got to accept it. So when you receive and accept this unconditional love, you got to share it. You got to use it. Because this is a free gift given to us. And if you get a free gift and you want it to expand, you give it away. Move it on. Number 4. Share His gifts with everyone. No discrimination. And this is something that, boy, it's not easy, but guess what? It is not just possible, but it is so unbelievably rewarding, right? You know, people who you like and you want to impress and you want to spend time with, it's very easy to smile at them when they come into your presence because you're happy to see them, you know? And so people who come, hi, I say, how are you? It's so good to see you, right? When my housekeeper comes in the morning, when my assistant comes in the morning, when my gardener comes in the morning, that's how I greet them, right? Because I am happy they are here to assist me in all the things that I not only don't want to do, but don't have the capacity to do, right? So that's nice to smile at those people. And if you are one of those people who don't smile at your gardener and your housekeeper when she comes, then you need to change your ways. But that's not what we're talking about now. I'm saying we're going to share his gifts of love, unconditional love to us, with everybody. So whether your gardener suits you or not, you're going to share that love with him. And lovingly show him what changes you want him to make. Right? Wonderful. Secondly, what about those people who you just don't like? You are still required to share your love with them. And how do you do that? The same way you share your love with those you love, and you want to impress, and you want to get into your... Alright? And that includes the guys at the stop sign who are coming to harass you. How are you today? Right? I have developed a relationship with every one of them. As soon as they come, I don't wind up the window. I used to do it. I mean, one time I take the door and lick down one of them and I jump out. That time has passed, right? And I went down the window and I put my hand outside. How you doing today? Touch me, man. You understand? Them can't touch you and wipe your windscreen at the same time, you know. One of the things. So, touch me, man. Come here. And you talk them up. Now, this is not a strategy to get them not to wipe the windscreen. The strategy is one of sharing the unconditional love. Picking them up, just like how your creator picks you up and shows you the good about yourself. You know, say, anytime a thought comes into your mind about the bad things that you are and have and your faults, it does not come from your creator. It comes from the one who wants to kill, steal, and destroy you. Why? Because he is the accuser. He is the one who put you down. He is the one who makes you feel guilty. Doesn't make you feel, but who you are responding to feel guilty. Right? Gotta get my terminology here right. The motivator and the direction that motivation comes from is the enemy of your soul. Listen to the terminology. Enemy of your soul. Your soul is where the emotions come from, right? And anytime you have negative emotions, it's because the enemy of your soul has put those emotions there. Now, how are you going to respond to them? That's the key. Are you going to give that control to the enemy of your soul? Or are you going to take that control and determine that I will not respond to your instigations? I will respond to the instigation of the lover of my soul. That's why we have the King's Proposal, because we are trying to show you what the lover of your soul wants to give to you. Can you imagine? King of Kings leaving the throne just so that he can have me. But guess what? He has to make me into the person who is worth having. So it is as I sit under his tutelage and respond to that positive instigator that we are going to be able to grow into this and embrace it. So that is the only way you're going to be able to share your gifts with everybody, no discrimination. We all know that certain gifts need to be kept for certain relationships, right? So we're not into the give love all over the place, right? So don't get me wrong. Read my lips. They are supposed to be closed at times and open at times. Wonderful. You know, I'm so friendly with these guys who are on the street selling. One day, one of them, a man on crutches, put his hand through the window, touched me on my leg and said, "Nice browning legs." Listen to me. Holy God in heaven, could I hold it? I opened the door, you see, and I was just about to lick down the man. I was in a line of traffic in New Kingston. I mean, there were no less than 50 cars around, right? And I come out of the cars and I was just about to punch him down on the crutches, you know, because I know he couldn't manage if I lick him. And I remember that I had a car that my license plate was PEACE. And so I got to lick him, you know, because nobody knew what he did. But all these people are watching me about to punch down this man on crutches. And I remembered my license plate. And I just go back in the car, draw gear, and drive off. Only the unconditional love of God could have restrained me that day. You understand? And so we need to understand that it's not a hairy business. We face all of these challenges, and as we face them, we need to decide, I will take control. I will not give control to the enemy. I will give control to the lover of my soul. Because that is the person who will help me to learn to love myself so that I can love others unconditionally. We are at number 4. Share his gifts. Develop the fruit. Now, this is the one that we have to work on. That's what I was working on. The fruit. Remember that gifts are just given to you. And this is just how our Creator is in the Lord's proposal. Give. But on the other side, fruits are developed from a little seedling, then you grow up into a tree, not a beer, not, you know. Then the tree blossom, and then the tree flower and blossom is the same thing. And then it starts to put out some little things, and the things grow and 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 grow. What is this? A jackfruit. It grows until it is a large fruit. And then people can come and pick it. And oh my goodness. You know why it's a jackfruit? Because it's big and it can share with whole heap of people. Right? And so we have this huge fruit. You know what it's called? Love. That's the fruit of the Spirit of my Creator in me. Love. And that love has all sorts of different pegs. You see, like our jackfruit stick? Love, how many different seeds and pegs and this and that. And I can just tell, I can give you some, I can give you some, I can give you some, I can. You understand what I'm saying? A sojourn. I wonder if it's time to go for a break. Anyway, I have a very efficient producer. And I know that I will be, informed at the right time. So, share this with everyone and develop the fruit. And that is where I have to develop fruit on a incident by incident basis. So that I know, that I will grow. And guess how I can do that? Become like a tree planted by the rivers of waters that bringeth forth its fruit in its season, always bearing. Why? Because I'm always being fed and nourished by the rivers of water. What is a river of water? It is a continuous flowing of the Spirit of my Creator through me. And I'm telling you, it cannot be a reservoir, right? It has to be a river, because I am a channel. And as that love flows through me to an end result, everybody I interact with, as it flows through me to everybody I interact with them, I will have the opportunity of getting continuous nourishment. Because you see, this channel is not a channel with solid walls, right? It's a channel just like our bloodstream or anything. The walls are permeable, meaning that things can flow out through the walls into the surrounding area, right? So it's like those irrigation hoses that have holes in them. So as this river of living water flows through me to everybody I meet, I can't stop when it comes out the end, you know. It don't have no holes. It just have one of them sprinkler system at the end. And as that sprinkler system just sprinkles everybody who comes into the area, everybody I see, in eye shot and ear shot and interaction shot, you know what I mean? They all get some of the sprinkling, right? And those who are the channels, like me, everything just oozing out of the holes and nourishing my spirit so that my spirit can nourish and control my soul, which is where the emotions and the relationships take place. Consequently, that brings me to how we are going to enjoy the ride. Now, the enjoyment of the ride has to do with that last segment. Become a tree by the rivers so that I can nourish myself, share with everybody else, so the water is coming out of the sprinkler system at the end, and anybody can come. You know, you ever see a sprinkler out there, a sprinkler, and if you want to go play in it, you go and play with it, and it just go and cover everything around, right? So it means that I have the ability to help everybody who comes into my ambit, okay? And we need to remember that this sprinkler source, I want to say this right, does not discriminate. It's just for you to make yourself available as a channel. Because I'm telling you, when that once that come through me, you know, boy, you want, I just get flooded. I get flooded with everything. And so it's important that we need to live in the place of empowerment, continuous empowerment daily, so that we can be channels to empower others who come into our sphere of influence. And remember, our sphere of influence, you know, is everybody that we see. Just follow this one. Everybody we see, everybody we can hear. Because nobody must be able to have influence on you without your returning the influence to them. So that's why I say, guard your heart. Guard your heart. Because this is not your heart, it's not your physical heart, you know, it's your reproductive organs and your mind, right? That's where things emanate from. So you guard them. So that you guard your senses as well. Don't look at it. Don't listen. Don't let it impact you. So you have to guard those areas so that you are able to control what comes in. Because the more comes in, the more you have to, the garbage you have to put out. 40 odd years ago, I decided, look here, we're not taking in no garbage. Even if wonderful stuff comes into the garbage, because you know, a lot of things people live off of the garbage, you know. There are people who go to the dump and get their livelihoods. Well, I have chosen not to go to the dump for my livelihood. I have chosen not to take in the garbage as well as the other good stuff. I select what I take into my eye gate, into my nose gate, into my mouth gate, into my ear gate, and into the emotional area. Because every day there are things that want to push itself into these gates. And if they push into these gates and I don't respond to them in a spiritual, all our responses in the spirit are spiritual, but with the correct spirit. Because remember, we have spiritual inputs coming in from different areas, good and the bad. So if I don't respond to it correctly, then it is going to affect me negatively. Right? So responding to it correctly is where we are at. So we are going to move right along to the steps to follow to live in that place of empowerment, and that is to embrace every opportunity to share the different things that are gifts to us, the different things that we have developed as fruit. Because remember, the fruits that I develop are a result of the gifts that have been given to me. So I can't go and say, well, I work hard for this, and so I am not going to do anything else about it. So I think that my producer just woke up. Time for a break. So come back.
A new wind that's gonna blow. It's a raining of the heathen coming down on my people, taking the goodness of life and rendering them evil. You see, the little that they gave you was just to deceive you. Don't tell me that you were blind. Don't let the devil fool you. Oh, yeah. Somehow I know things have got to change. Ooh, somehow I know it's got to be rearranged.
Bun down Romana, make it burn, them come and make it burn, one go home and make it bun, bun. Africa we come from and reggae to reggae. Big up on yourself, saying, Aile, as I would say.
Since the first public demonstration of radio by Nikola Tesla in 1893, no one ever thought of putting the 2 hours of music together until we created Reggae2Reggae.com.
Cheryl Chung on Reggae2Reggae.com. Dr. Cheryl Chung on Reggae2Reggae.com. Dr. Cheryl Chung on Reggae2Reggae.com.
We're back for our last segment. And I'm telling you, I'm living out this program as we speak, right? Plenty challenges. All right. Moving right along, we're in the last segment, which is enjoying the ride. The last segment that we did before this was, we call it a penultimate segment, was looking at pay as you enter. What are the 6 steps? And I want to do them over because they are so important for you to enjoy the ride, which is the last segment which we are in. Okay, 1, start the day with thankfulness. 2, embrace the acceptance and love of your Creator. 3, receive, accept, and use the gifts that you have been given. 4, share the gifts with everybody indiscriminately. right? You cannot say, well, I will do it with those people who please me and those people who annoy me to smithereens. They ain't getting any. Can't do that way, because guess what? If you receive unconditional love, you have to give unconditional love. And that is the only way God operates. Okay. 5, develop the fruit. Now, this is where there needs to be choices and decisions and so on. You've got to develop the fruit, because every interaction gives opportunity for development of your fruit. And so we spoke about the jackfruit, and it grew into a big tree, and then it started to bear jackfruit, and then the fruit was blossom first, and then it grow. Now we look at the fact that this is an ideal acronym for, not an acronym, what do you call it, something again, whatever, picture of the love fruit, the fruit of love, and all the different pegs that the jackfruit has in it, and we can share it with everybody. And then become a tree planted by the rivers of water, so that the water flows through you, and you get totally soaked on water. You get all the nutrition that you need from that water. And for those of you who have studied water, like me, say, you can live on water alone, but you never know that. Talk about that at another session, because it has in all the vitamins, minerals, protein, chlorophyll, and enzymes. Coconut water. All right. So, but the other thing about becoming a tree is that you are a channel only of this love. And when the channel comes out at the other end, it don't come out in a hose, come out in a sprinkler system, one of them big ones that goes up. And I'm telling you, it covers such a wide area. Everybody, as far as you can see, can get water out of this. As far as you can hear, a wide area of influence from this water. And it's not, you're not the source of the water, so you're just a channel. And you benefit as being a channel. Right? Good. And then embracing every opportunity to share the gifts and what you have been given. The building of the kingdom of God. Because that is what it's all about, God is the one. Deuteronomy 8:18 says, it is the Lord thy God that gives you help so that you can acquire wealth so that you can expand the kingdom of God. Now, that's the purpose from here. The purpose of health is to get wealth. So I don't care who wants to say the prosperity gospel. Guess what? So the book said, I don't write Bible, I read it. And it says, I have been given help to acquire wealth. And I'm here to tell you, plenty. Always have plenty. Why? Because you're using the wealth for the proper reason. Expansion of the kingdom of God. Yeah, but anybody richer than me? Let's see if you can top that. But it's all about the wealth that is yours and that you have available, the resources to expand the kingdom. So, we're looking at that segment now. Embracing every opportunity to share. And what are you going to share? Health. You're going to share a life first by demonstrating it, that it works in your situation, and therefore anyone who wants to embrace it and be a part of it, you're welcome. You're welcome to be a part of it. But don't go there and run off your mouth if you are not practicing it. All right? Got it? Right. So health. Then the next one. So it's an issue of living in divine health. And whenever there is an attack against that divine health, there's healing. So it's living in divine health and healing. And then the second thing is wealth. Now, the acquisition of wealth. It's very important that we understand the issue of the love of money, root of all evil. Secondly, we either worship mammon or God. Those choices that we have. So when you are motivated by the money and not motivated by God in any of your actions, then you are actually worshiping mammon rather than God. And so lots of persons who identify with the Christian faith are actually worshippers of because that is their motivating force for their education, for their jobs, for their marriages, for their church that they choose. All of those choices that are made in order to enhance your ability to make more money. The clubs that you join, the associations that you make, your involvement in a lot of things, motivated by money or God. And if that's your reality and that's where you want to stay, it's your choice. The word says the purpose for health is to get well. The purpose for wealth is to expand the kingdom. And so your choices in the use of this wealth need to be focused on the expansion of the kingdom. Love said, health, wealth. The next one is peace. And this emanates from being a channel. You know, I look at this very, very carefully because a lot of people equate or put peace as the opposite of turmoil. Let's just put it that way. And you know, peace is really not the opposite of turmoil. Peace is really the assurance that God is in control. Just chill, back off, no stress. If you really believe that God is in control, then you will be at peace. So if it is that something really traumatic is facing you or has happened to you, and it will naturally ruffle your peace, and you do not recognize that regardless of the circumstances in which you find yourself, you can retain your peace, then it's because you do not really think that God has your back and has already completed this whole scenario successfully down the road. It's the Jeremiah 29:11 thing. The plan and everything that comes into your plan along your journey, whether it is something good or something that is not good, or whether it is something negative or what have you, remember, He has the ability to use everything for your benefit. And even the things that are thrown in there like a monkey wrench, right? And by the enemy to get your emotions ruffled and mess up your relationships, remember, He has the ability to use whatever the enemy meant for evil. He can turn it around for you. That's the job that He is into. It doesn't matter what happened. He can turn it around for good. And that's why we have to start doing the same thing, calling those things that are not as if they were until they become. Great. Moving on to the next one, which is love. Showing others how to love. And this is demonstration. Just demonstration. Look here. I am sick and tired of the parents do it. The teachers do it. You shouldn't do this. You must do it. Excuse me, please. Do you know the best way to teach anybody, to affect anybody, is to let them see the example of how you use love successfully with yourself. Loving yourself and loving others out of the love that you have for yourself. Anybody who don't like anybody else don't like themselves. And they are constantly comparing themselves with others and says, well, I am not like that. So-and-so, no good, you know. So-and-so. How do you recognize the no goodness in other people? Well, you see it yourself. And if it is a situation where you were there and are no longer there, then you should want others to follow the same journey that you have followed. So, you don't have somebody can stand inner city more and inner city people than somebody who come out of the inner city. That is why so many people who run away from Jamaica can only say bad things about Jamaica. Enough said, moving right along. I need to wrap this up. So, showing love has to do with loving yourself first. And out of the abundance and overflow of the love that your Creator has for you, then you will be able to engage in this proposal that He is offering you and be a channel of love to those around. The last one is joy. And joy is not an individual thing here. It's a composite of all the different things that were before, the health, the wealth, the peace, and the love. And when you have all of them interacting and engaging, it produces joy. And look here, don't bother give me the acronym about Jesus first, others next, and yourself last. You know where that acronym comes from? The enemy. Right? The one who wants to mess up. He is called the accuser. He is called the enemy of your soul, as against the lover of your soul. So, when you love the lover of your soul, then it will be Jesus first. Then self next. And out of the appreciation of His love for me and my love for Him, there's just overflow. That's it. Overflow on everybody around. That's how you love others. You cannot love others if you don't first demonstrate your love for yourself as you learn the great love that your Creator has for you. And so I want to just repeat some of what I remember from the proposal. I left my throne just so that I could have you. Greater love hath no man than this, that He would leave His throne, come into our atmosphere, our hemisphere, our environment, and give everything, His very life, so that we can engage in all the resources that He has to offer, the lifestyle that He wants to offer, and the empowerment and ability to affect others around us, those who are a part of His creation, not just the creation of humans, but also the creation of animals, other life forms, and I was going to say inanimate objects. But guess what? When you learn to do energy medicine, you understand that nothing is inanimate. Everything has life because everything has energy. The piece of steel has energy. You know, the ceramic has energy. The wool has energy. Ooh, this is like a mother of pearl. That has energy. It has atoms moving around. The paper, the sunshades, I wonder if I should end in the sunshades. Anyway, we need to understand that what we have been given is so important. So I want to end with that. phrase that I said at the beginning. Remember, if diamonds can be made from coal, if coal can turn to diamonds, and sand can turn to pearls, I can learn to love myself and let the whole world turn around on love. See you tomorrow.
These words have been spoken by my master.